But hello, guys. All right, so it is 12:44 at night. Ripple has been doing absolutely wonderful. It is currently, we'll actually refresh it, but it has surpassed $2, which is not usual. This is kind of the first. It's gone up 51.14% today. Hi, Ken. What's up? You're probably in North American time zone, so it's normal time for you to get up. How many subscribers you're at? You're probably approaching 10K, if not already at 10K. So all the best to you and everybody else who's going for it. 76. All right. So there was multiple people who got very excited today. I actually got a phone call today about Ripple, and the dude just left me a nice voicemail. He was like, "Yeah, I gotta go full out." And I look at the price and I see something astonishing, right? So Ripple was actually one of the first cryptocurrencies to get me in to the cryptosphere back this year. So it was Ethereum first and then XRP. And it's kind of interesting to talk about whenever you see something explode. But there was a buy order today for 450 million Ripple. 450 million Ripple, which, as you can tell, now at $2.20 or $2.19 or $2.40, which it's trading at the highest on BitHum at $2.40 something. A little bit of research because billionaire bought some Ripple, right? And what billionaire bought Ripple above $1? So people on Reddit, being the super sleuths that they are, they discovered that the payment was made by Silicon VCF, which Google brings up Silicon Valley Community Foundation. So SVCF is the largest community foundation in the world. They say that they have more than $8 billion in assets. And you're able to go look at their website. It's siliconvalleycf.org, our corporate partners, and they're pretty much a venture capitalist fund. They're a hedge fund. That's what it is. So a hedge fund went in and purchased more Ripple, and it went from a Ripple account. So people were confused at that, first of all, right? Because they saw that, oh, okay, it's one of the founders. One of the founders was trading from his own account. But no, that's normal because whenever that happens, right? Let's find the exact thing. So no, it's actually down there. Larson donated XRP to SVCF in 2014. And then again, SVCF got really interested in the project. And one person asks, isn't that like insider trader or something? The other person responds, as I understand it, they will sell XRP directly to banks and companies. So pretty much they're just bringing in new clients or continuing other relationships. And they're first going from the company to one of their accounts, then to a client account. And this entire transaction, 450 million Ripple, cost like 20 cents or whatever it was. Now, Ripple has some nice benefits where it's only 4 seconds to send one from one bank to another instead of an hour for Ethereum or a couple of hours for Bitcoin, right? So buy, hello. I still have 3,000. Buy? I never said buy. What's up? I haven't. You quit in 2011. You haven't looked back yet. Oh yeah, if you're quitting your job and going into cryptocurrencies or social media or something online and you're killing it, why not go full off? So if you're going to be hodling, sure. But if you have all your money in Ripple, it's safer to diversify into other things. Now, maybe you could completely risk it and make more money, but from my perspective, it's better to make a little bit less money and just sleep safer. And I mean, okay, it's always better to make more money, but in the long run, in the long run, there's plenty of other cryptocurrencies that you're able to go into. So supposedly, someone's upset about Ripple not being added to Coinbase in the first place. That was actually one of my questions when I first got back into it again this year, because I saw that Ethereum and Ripple were rising. And again, this was the same situation earlier, like February and March, where I was trading a lot of Ethereum and I knew people who made hundreds of thousands of dollars through Ethereum. I was just like, wow, that's crazy. I want to get in on this. I saw Ripple. I threw in a little bit of money into Ripple. It went up, and then I threw in more, and I threw in more, and then I lost a little bit because I got too excited. But again, now I'm holding some Ripple alongside like 13 other cryptocurrencies. But with that, it surprised me that you couldn't purchase it on Coinbase. And supposedly there's going to be A couple more additions in 2018 as Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, added that there's going to be just more coins that you're able to purchase. So right now it's Litecoin, it's Bitcoin, it's BCH, Bitcoin Cash, which after it was added to Coinbase and GDAX, it like pretty much doubled in price, right? It doubled in price, or what was it, like 48 hours and 24 to 48 hours. And then the GDAX thing was kind of a separate little, it was weird. They supposedly manipulated the prices, but still there was a lot of new markets, a lot of new people who were introduced to BCH, and they only have 4 cryptocurrencies right now. So a 5th one coming in, it'd be dope. But then again, maybe it's going to be Dash, maybe it's going to be Monero. It looks like all directions are pointing in XRP though, because every single partner that they've been working with has pretty much accepted it. You know, they've got hundreds of banks in Japan and Korea who are all for it. And if the banks are trusting Ripple and the company and whatever their mission is, then there's got to be something to it. Or maybe they're just getting paid completely on the markets. So the upsides to Ripple is the fact that it's cheap compared to Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash, where all of these are trading at a couple $1,000s, or, you know, like Ethereum, it will be trading soon for a couple $1,000s. Ripple's at $2. Ripple's at $2, and not long ago was it trading at like what, 20 cents? So that's a big plus side compared to all these other guys. It's not numero uno, so it's not like the wave's already been ridden. So people are going to say Ripple's the new Bitcoin, where already it surpassed Ethereum. In my personal opinion, I am biased. Everybody's biased. I don't believe in Ripple as much as I believe in Ethereum. Ripple's further down on my list. There's plenty of more coins. I actually believe in EOS more than Ripple, just in terms of potential, because it's smaller. And but whatever, you know, everybody picks sides. And even if we're going to lie about it and say we don't, in the end, it doesn't really matter which side you pick, as long as you're diversified into all cryptos and you support everything. If you support everything, it's like whatever, of course, right? So with Ripple, there's a lot of nice plus sides to it besides the price. The fact that they've got a large team, the fact that they have a large marketing budget, and they have a large budget to fix any problems that come up. But that's also a downside, because Ripple team and its founders own 61% of Ripple. So if we look at $85 billion in market cap, let's do the math here. 85 billion divided by 100. I'm 61. I know my math skills are great. That means that they're holding nearly $52 billion. That means that if they sell, they can absolutely destroy the market. Now, if they were to sell, the market cap would immediately probably go down in like half, and they wouldn't be able to sell for the prices that they'd want to. But if they really wanted to, they could destroy the markets, and these guys would still be billionaires. Now, this has happened in the past before, where one of the people working with Ripple has sold off and then decided to create another cryptocurrency, and other cryptocurrency projects. This has happened plenty of times, where the founders have gotten into fights or something like that. Now, Ripple has some obvious locks in place, so not all the money can be sold, but it's just a little bit sketchy, right? A $52 billion dollar dump. Coinbase is not selling Ripple yet, but just due to the fact that there's hype, let's say Coinbase doesn't even go through. Coinbase didn't really say anything about Ripple, but there's a lot of people who are thinking it's going to go on Coinbase. Right now, just due to that hype, it's going up. Now, my advice is, just because it's going up doesn't mean, oh, fantastic, it's an awesome buy. Whenever something's up 50 or 100% in a single day, that's not a good time to buy. I don't care what it is. For example, Verge. Verge has been going up like 1,000%. There was a period in December where it went up like 1,000%. And sure, you could have bought it at 100% here and 100% here and 100% here, or you could have just waited a couple hours, placed in some limit orders. So, I mean, if you have some extra money, sure, buy some limit orders for when Ripple has a little bit of a pullback. I don't know when it's going to be, but that's the thing with cryptocurrencies. If you have a lot of funds, just put in like 100 limit orders. Put in 10% here, 10% there, a little percentage there, and then you can go into whatever else you want. Ripple has the fastest and the cheapest platform. So that's the plus side to it. Another bad side to it is the circulating supply, the fact that it has nearly 39 billion Ripple. That is huge. In order to get the price to like, let's not even talk about $14,000 where Bitcoin's at. Let's just talk about getting Ripple to where Ethereum used to be, which is $100 earlier this year, right? It used to be below $100, and Ripple used to be a couple pennies at the very beginning of the year. So if we want Ripple to reach $100, the circulating supply, there's so much of it, it's going to be very, very difficult to move, right? Compared to something like Bitcoin, where there's only 16 million in circulating supply, or Ethereum, 96 million in circulating supply. So you have to take that into account. Of course, projects like even the stuff that I really, really support, I understand that EOS is technically an ICO still, and they're releasing more. So the things you have to look at is the volume, the circulating the supply, what the team has and what the team will do with it, the team's history. What? What's up? Just going full out. But even if Coinbase doesn't list Ripple, there's still the hype. So that's why it went down 51%. And if we look at where Ripple's trading, oh, it just went up 2 pennies again. Where Ripple's trading, most of the trading is coming. Okay, so most of the trading is coming from BitHub, which is meaning most of it's coming from Korea. Korea is getting super excited about it. They're pumping $2.3 billion over the past 24 hours. The price over there has just gone up to $2.53, which if we look, it's trading the highest on BitHub. Well, no, there's one place that's trading Ripple for $4, but probably that means like before there's just no chance to do an arbitrage on a platform that itself is doing like only a couple $1 million volume, because that means for you to get, there's always some arbitrage though. For example, like if you had account and you knew somebody outside, or you had a rat hole, or you yourself had a rat hole in Korea and you were able to get it fast enough over to one another, and you were doing decent sized volume, but you were still doing it to multiple counts. It's not like, any alerts going off. I'm sure there'd be some arbitrage if you're buying at you're not buying at 250 and selling at 230. But if you're buying at, let's say, 230 and selling at 250, there's always something. Binance only. I don't know. I like Binance because it's easier to log in for me. It works better than Bitrex lately, but that's it. I'm not going to pick sides with it. All right, enough with the jokes. Would it be too late to just start investing in a few months? I haven't gotten a job yet. Before you start investing, I would start looking into getting a job. But if you have a couple $100 to throw in that won't be needed for your job, let's say, I mean, it depends on what kind of position you're in life, right? Because if you're a teenager, yeah, invest all the way because you have time. If you're like 30 years old and you haven't really worked any good jobs over the past couple of years, your resume is really lacking. If you only have a couple $100 in the bank, your best investment is a suit and tie and looking up how to make a proper resume. Just go into it, right? Watch a couple of YouTube videos, get a job. So first you have some income coming in, and then once you have income, it's never too late to start investing. Like if you have a couple months right now and you need to get a job, don't invest. Don't invest. Just research the markets, play around, or invest with like $100, something that you won't really care about, something that only is giving you the experience. You shouldn't care about profits. You shouldn't care about making money for the first couple of months you're in this. It's all about experience, because as soon as you get that experience, which is better, making $100 or making $100,000, right? Obviously the $100,000. So the way you get into $100,000 is first you get a job, you get the experience that's necessary, you learn the downfalls of whatever your new job is, whether it's cryptocurrency trading or maybe that's a hobby, right? You always have some cash flow going in, and you don't really care if you lose. If you lose, that was a $500 lesson or a $1,000 lesson or whatever's going on. So honestly, I wish all the best of luck to you. Don't sell the house, as Amarji is saying, because some people are probably selling their houses for Ripple right now. I bet you that's what's going on, right? But again, Ripple, it's okay. Bitcoin, it's okay. Ethereum, it's okay. All of these are okay, right? So it depends on what you're doing. There's one person I know who probably made a bunch of money, and I kind of want to find him. So let's see, Ripple hedge fund. I don't know why MarketWatch got it wrong, because they said the startup Ripple owns 61% of the 100 billion XRP. Oh, okay, never mind, because the circulating supply. That's another thing. There's circulating supply, and then there's the supply that's still not out there. So, wait, what? All right. All right. So pretty much rip. Let me do. So, all right. Ripple. Getting distracted a little bit. There's so much stuff going on. Honestly, like I woke up and my phone was blasted with a bunch of messages from different groups, and I'm excited about this. I love it. Every single day I wake up, I'm happy, especially when it's going down. I'm even happy about that because there's more and more lessons about that. I can't really repeat what you're saying because, oh guys, remember not to swear in the comments, because if you're swearing, that's what's going out. 38 billion XRP circulating right now. Yeah, but it says that there's 100 billion XRP in existence, so that the rest is locked up. And if there's 100 billion XRP in existence, that means that currently that gives it like what, 150 billion or something like that, or whatever. I'm not going to do the math right now, but that's 150 billion dollars worth that they own or something like that. He's right. Experience kills it all. You learn not to panic. Oh yeah, I mean, if you're a newbie and you're trading against somebody who's been in it for 2 years now, of course they're most likely going to make more money than you, and they're going to crush you. And that's the thing. There's supply and demand, and you try and trade with the whales. So, for example, if you wanted to purchase XRP right now, if you're a newbie or whatever other cryptocurrency, you go onto a market that's not like overrated, that actually will work, because some are horrible. I personally hate Polonix, and I hate Kraken. Where is it? Polonix is down there. Yeah, Polonix is down there. So there's certain exchanges that you wouldn't want to use. You go onto an exchange and you see the market depth, right? And there's these levels where it's just like boop, boop, boop. So you want to sell right before it like goes all the way to the top. You want to sell like right in the middle there and buy right in the middle, and just put in a bunch of these limit orders. And even if it's small amounts that you're working with, like, hey, that's what you have to work with. Be happy that the fees aren't crazy. You know, it's not like $13 every single trade, like $13 there, $13 forward. I remember I had a Scott Trade account, right, with stocks, and I was only working with a couple $100s when I was a kid. And that sucked, because even if I made like 40% profit, which was incredible, couldn't really do much with it because the fees killed you, right? And okay, maybe it wasn't $13, maybe it was like $7, but still. So if you go back and forth, that's nearly 14. While here, there were like minimal fees. But yeah, with Ripple, it's going to be crazy if Coinbase lists it. If they do, Ripple could go to $10 or it could go to 20 or 50. But then I'd start to get a little bit worried, because suddenly we're going to have a bunch of people out there who aren't going to be just multi-billionaires anymore. They're going to be going full out. They're going to have like $100 billion, $200 billion. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe this is the generation that we finally have a bunch of people approaching the trillionaire status, you know? Jeff Bezos, his net worth is over $100 billion, and he's not into cryptocurrencies, but there's going to be some interesting players out there. What if Satoshi Nakamoto reveals himself and is like, hey, what's up? I've been holding a bunch of Bitcoin secretly, or these Ripple guys become the next, like, you know, they have $100 billion each in the bank, or EOS or Ethereum, or something happens this decade. Something happens this decade that's just going to be insane. Or everybody could just lose their money. That's same probabilities as well. But hey, for some, it's worth the risk. And if Coinbase does list XRP, you know, it could go up. It could go up a little bit. But same with all the other coins. That's interesting that right before New Year's, there's quite a little bit of trading. I mean, the market caps are at $616 billion. By the way, last thing, I'm going to end it up here because I don't want to just ramble on about it. So XRP, it's pretty cool. Would I advise you to invest in it? I'm not advising anything. I just advise you to look into it. I advise you to look into all the other cryptocurrencies. Right now, there's one thing I will say. Don't buy when it's 50% up. Like, at least wait for a couple percentage drop. Just put in limit orders, like whatever. There's still plenty of opportunities to buy any other cryptocurrency or Ripple if you really, really want it. So, or earn Ripple. Earn Ripple. There's companies right now in Japan that are paying in Bitcoin and Ripple. That's crazy, right? And Ethereum and all that. I just wanted to do a little shout out. I mean, you guys all know him, but I am really happy that one of the largest cryptocurrency channels is growing at an astonishing rate. Data Dash is at 175,000 subscribers, and I wish him all the best towards 200,000 subscribers. That is crazy that he started his channel on July 10th, and now he's approaching the 250K club, 500K club. He might be the first crypto channel to reach 1 million subscribers, which as soon as we start getting people who have a couple million subscribers on YouTube going full out with cryptocurrencies, and people like celebrities and these entrepreneurs like Grant Cardone, who recently came out, he's like, yeah, I got like $1.6 million off of Bitcoin, and that was like from 50K. As soon as we get more and more and more and more of this, woo, there's a lot of money to be made wherever we're looking. So what's a real correction for XRP? Personally, I think corrections are anything that's above 20%, right? 20 to 30%. Are you sure that Ripple would be on Coinbase? Stop spreading fake news. But I'm not spreading the news that Coinbase will list Ripple. I'm saying that there's a possibility, and even my title itself as a marketer, that's what I do. Ripple to be listed on Coinbase, question mark, that's it. Like a lot of people are pointing that it most likely will be XRP. And even if it's not, there's hype. There's hype, and that's all that matters for the people who are holding XRP. The people who are holding XRP, they're making more money as more hype keeps coming out. And if everything continues to rise, personally, I don't see why Coinbase wouldn't list XRP, right? Like if the markets keep going where they are, and over the next couple of years, we're going to see a lot of coins on Coinbase. We're going to see a lot of coins just go full out. And if Coinbase adapts XRP, then you'll see it like go full out on other exchanges as well. And, you know, it's going to be interesting. So you bought 1,200 XRP at 17 pennies, and now it's at 250 on certain exchanges. Mo Kubera, please give me a chance to speak with you, interview through Skype. I have questions that will benefit all of us. Email me. My email's down in my live stream down below. Please send me all the details of what you'd like. So Ripple sounds like a, well, you know, there's plenty of worse names. I actually like the name itself. Like if we're gonna be attacking a coin for its name, honestly, like it's short, it's easy to remember. Let's just look at like Ryblocks, or I don't know, what's one that sounds really weird? Byteball Bytes, Made, Safecoin, Electroneum, Santiment Network, Kyber Network, A Eternity, KuCoin Shares. Trust me, there's plenty of other worse sounding names than Ripple. Gas is okay, but it just was weird. So I just watched a video where the guy said that American Express are using it. Well, American Express was also interested in Ripple, and that's the thing. Whenever American Express gets interested in a project, they usually go full out with it, you know? American Express is a well-known company that maybe is not used by everybody out there in the world due to their chargeback policies and due to their incredible customer service, especially if you're an Amex Black Black card member, geez. So Amex was looking into it. Hey, worst case scenario, again, hype, and that's all that matters. And there's one person right now, other than the Ripple founders or these hedge fund guys, these hedge funds that are investing in Ripple, but in other projects as well. There's one dude from Mexico, I think he was like an American who has a Mexican hedge fund or something like that. I talked about him in an earlier video. 2 weeks into his first hedge fund investment, he started up a hedge fund with $60 million. $60 million, right? And he made 200% because he pretty much went fully in on Ripple, right? It went up 200%, and now his clients are getting a couple 100% return. Of course he's going to be a billionaire. If it continues going up, he's going to be a billionaire. He's going to be able to secure whatever he wants. And camera, let's get back into focus. So that guy who's making a couple 100%, that is insane. Still keen on Tron? Well, I'm holding my Tron. Tron went up to 6.5 cents. So that was nice until everything else kind of fell down. Also, there's one more thing. Because one person's mentioning bubble coin. Personally, I'm still I'm positive towards this stuff, but there's very few crypto YouTubers out there who aren't like concerned in the slightest, right? And I'm not one of those. Like, just because I'm like, yeah, woo, it's going up, doesn't mean I'm concerned. Like, of course I'm concerned. I think it has a lot of long-term potential, blockchain technology, but it's only normal when something goes up for it to kind of like have a correction. I don't know if it's a bubble. If it's not, cool. If it is, well, it's a bubble and it pops, and the technology still is here to stay, and the top cryptocurrencies, the best companies will stay, the scams will fall out. That's just how it works in this world. So Cardano is like, yeah, someone's asking about Cardano. Cardano is like the Japanese version of Ethereum. EOS is another Ethereum comparison. A lot of people like comparing projects to Ethereum. Neo is the Chinese version of Ethereum. So any coin that gets compared to Ethereum, woo, it's going up. I don't know. Personally, I just like EOS just because I like the founder. The founder has done some interesting things. Dan the man. But my name is Michael Cabrera. See you guys later. And 400 viewers. That was pretty cool. But we shall see you, well, in a little bit. In a couple hours, I'll upload a video. So